Machiavellianism, the third part of the Dark Triad, and the most cunning and cunning personality. Among the three personalities, this personality is unlike any other. It's sharp, calculated, and chillingly unique. To truly understand why it stands out, we need to go back to where it all began. Let's start from the very beginning. In the 16th century, a book shook the world. It wasn't just any book, it was a ruthless guide to power, politics, and survival. Written by Niccolò Machiavelli, an Italian diplomat and philosopher, it laid bare the cold, hard truths of ruling and manipulation. From his name, the term Machiavellianism was born. Fast forward to the 1960s. Psychologists Richard Christie and Florence Geis brought this term into the realm of psychology. They identified it as a personality type, one that's cunning, strategic, and utterly self-serving. Machiavellians, as they're called, are part of the Dark Triad, but unlike narcissists and psychopaths, they're not considered disordered. They're something else entirely. Let's dive deeper into what makes them so different. Imagine someone who's always in control. Not ruled by impulses, not driven by ego, but laser focused on their goals. That's a Machiavellian. While psychopaths are slaves to their impulses and narcissists are prisoners of their pride, Machiavellians are masters of self-control. They don't just want power, they crave it. Money, status, influence, these are the things that drive them. And their focus, it's unnerving. They see the world as a chessboard and everyone else as pawns. They believe they're superior, and honestly, they often are. They climb higher, achieve more, and leave others in the dust. But at what cost? Machiavellians are the epitome of cold, calculated selfishness. They don't just put themselves first, they put themselves only. Family, relationships, community, none of it matters. Their goals are everything, and they'll do whatever it takes to achieve them. They'll manipulate, deceive, and destroy anyone, anything, if it means getting what they want. It's not personal, it's just business. But deep down, there's a hollowness, a void that no amount of power or money can fill. Machiavellians don't need brute force. Why waste energy on violence when you can break someone's mind? They're masters of manipulation, weaving webs of lies so intricate that you'll doubt your own reality. They'll charm you, exploit you, and leave you shattered, all without lifting a finger. Studies show they're often more mentally adept than the average person. They can read you like a book, understand your pain, your fears, your desires. But here's the kicker. They don't feel any of it. They're emotionally detached, using your vulnerabilities as tools to get what they want. And when they're done, they'll walk away without a second thought. It's not that Machiavellians don't want to care. They can't. They suffer from a condition called alexithymia, where they're emotionally detached from the world around them. They can't feel love, compassion, or empathy. Even if they pretend to care, it's just an act. Deep down, they're empty. This emotional void is what makes them so dangerous. They can hurt you without remorse, destroy you without guilt, because to them, you're not a person, you're a means to an end. Empathy is a foreign concept to Machiavellians. They don't feel your pain, your joy, or your sorrow. They see emotions as weaknesses, something to be exploited. Their low emotional intelligence, EQ, allows them to manipulate without hesitation. They can ruin lives, break spirits, and leave chaos in their wake, all without a flicker of guilt. They see themselves as superior and everyone else is expendable. It's a chilling way to live, but for them, it's just another day. Do Machiavellians care about morality? The answer is complicated. They'll follow the rules as long as it suits them, but if morality gets in their way, they'll toss it aside without a second thought. They know society values ethics, so they'll play the part, but behind closed doors, they'll do whatever it takes to win. It's not about right or wrong, it's about power. And for them, that's all that matters. Machiavellians often rise to the top. They're the CEOs, the politicians, the elites, but their success comes at a price. They're lonely. They can't form genuine connections, can't trust anyone, and can't love. They're trapped in a cycle of ambition and emptiness, always chasing the next big win, but no amount of power can fill the void inside them. They're successful, yes, but at what cost? Is Machiavellianism genetic? Sometimes, but more often it's shaped by environment. A traumatic childhood, neglect, or abuse can push someone down this path. Their brains are wired differently, larger prefrontal cortices, heightened cognitive abilities. But these traits come at a cost. They're the product of a world that broke them, forcing them to adapt in the most ruthless way possible. Imagine a child stripped bare by the world, taught that love is a lie, trust is a weakness, and power is everything. That child grows up wearing a mask, one that hides their pain, their fear, their humanity. Over time, the mask becomes their face. They forget who they were, what they felt, and what they lost. They become a monster, cold and calculating, driven only by self-interest. They see the world as a game and everyone else as players, but deep down, they're still that child, broken, alone, and searching for something they'll never find. In the end, Machiavellians are a product of their environment, their choices, and their pain. They're cunning, ruthless, and undeniably powerful, but they're also deeply flawed, trapped in a cycle of ambition and emptiness. They're the monsters we fear and the monsters we create.